all actually wearing the Zon icons.
Oh, they're all wearing it.
They're all wearing the Zon icons with the clan tag.
They all got the
Zon
clan tag.
icon looking like it has some goo inside of it. So
Yeah, makes sense. This team is all kinds of
synergized.
yep. They are synchronized, synergized, all the eyes and words.
I like how one of the main reasoning for me being booted off GG Blue was my rank being silver, right? Look at all these silvers here. Look at all this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm joking, but it's because I know these guys are like gold and like other stuff too. So let's have a little humor there.
Yeah. All right, what we're getting into pick ban. Woohoo!
Game
And you
2.
can actually watch it this time.
Yeah. My first full week of senior year this past week, so that was fun.
Oh, nice.
Katarina's still banned.
Yeah, they're still respecting it. They'll probably just end up keep banning both. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'll be in there. Yacht. Let's see. What do you think they're gonna do for the third round? There's Jax banned out.
Honestly, that's hard to say. I would say unless they plan on grabbing the Zillion for themselves, I think that's actually a really strong ban choice here.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see the Zillion gone because having to deal with multiple lives is really annoying. But they're gonna get rid of the Shen.
Yeah, Shen being an annoying person, but I wouldn't be surprised if GOO grabbed Zillion here. Or something more like the Varus. Malphite banned out.
Yeah, they banned it last game as well. Again, because I mean, when this Galaxy team, I think they beat Battlecast in week 5, I believe. Right, they did it with the Malphite Orianna. They really, really like running that Malphite jungle. There's a lot of pressure once he hits level 6, so every team has been respecting it since.
There's Nami, pocket pick for Daydream.
It's a pretty good pocket pick, too. It's definitely one of the ones I think has a lot of potential.
Yep, there's the Braum.
Yep.
Picked up for Sylandis.
Yeah, not going to be going for the Zillion run back. Just a little interesting, but when Lucian Braum is up, especially into a character like Nami.
Yeah.
That is not their name. Their name is Dux V2.
Yeah.
We've got Dux V2 and Dux V1. Or we could name him OG Dux.
Caitlyn.
That's a really interesting pickup. I mean, it has been traditionally one of the counter picks into Lucian just because of the range discrepancy. Unless Lucian has the dash up, it's going to be really difficult.
Do we see it? Do we see it? Do I get to stream it?
Are we going to get...
Do we stream it?
You going to get the Kled special? Probably not. Looks like we're going to be grabbing the Olaf for Dux V1. Also
Tease. That's the feels bad.
Yeah, I'm glad. I don't like Kled. I don't know why people are playing him. I mean, I know he's good, but...
I love playing Kled, dude. He's just so much fun because he's just like, he's so much of a lane bully.
Okay.
Udyr.
Udyr pickup. Don't see Udyr very often. Typically for good reason. But most of the people that actually play him tend to be proficient enough with him to make it work.
It's a trick 2G, everyone.
Yeah, he's one of those characters like you don't see scrubs. Whenever you see an Udyr, it's always just like that one guy that just happens to like one trick him and is actually a god no matter his elo.
Yeah.
At least in my games.
Yeah, I mean, Udyr, in my opinion, whenever I play him, I usually do well. It's not hard to do well on Udyr. No. Then again, I always go just pure attack speed, tiger stance.
Oy.
So you just stun them and they're dead.
Yeah.
Echo banned out.
Yeah, they're trying to hurt White's champion pool quite a bit. He did take over the game. So taking him down a peg seems like a smart idea to me.
There goes Wukong. That could be an Olaf top.
It could
Highly
be.
unlikely.
I
Highly
wouldn't like it
unlikely,
at
but
all. I don't think Olaf top is viable right now.
LeBlanc. And let's see, what are they going to pick up first here? Honestly, Oriana wouldn't be bad.
Would not be bad. I don't think it's really in White's style. He tends to play more the assassin, kind of kill you instantly style. But we'll see what he actually ends up going. It might be a top lane pick if it ever gets locked in. Gonna be the Scion for IX.
I mean, this ain't no Tiltarella mid lane Scion, so yeah, it's going to be a top lane Scion.
Yeah.
You've seen Tiltarella, they made a video on having over 10k HP in the mid Scion with Smite.
Oh, God.
I wanted to play it, but, you know, I don't want to be trolling people.
Yeah, we do get the Kled, though. Okay, let's do it. It's probably going to be Kled top. Yep, with the RL lock-in, it's going to be a Kled top.
Alright, so don't put your camera on top unless you want to hear swear words. Alright.
Right. Oh, my God. I played Kled. I was like, what the hell are you saying? It's like, this isn't PG.
This isn't family-friendly content.
White, though, got to be grabbing himself Vladimir. Definitely pick that. I don't think really struggles into the Ari. As well, go ahead.
Vlad personally, I think, is really good in Ari. You
Yeah.
can just pull with the charm.
Well, anything she wants to do is going to be skill shot, and Vlad is all point click, essentially.
Yeah. And he's just gonna have a lot more, what's the word?
Sustain?
Consistent sustain.
Sustain DPS?
Sustain DPS
Sustain
and just
in general? Just
yeah.
So just sustain?
Yeah. Because if some people may not have noticed as much, but Ari's old passive is apparently on her Q now.
Yes.
And
Sure it is.
honestly, I don't understand why they did that. I probably won't ever understand why.
I mean, what's her new passive again? Let me go read it.
It's the movement speed off of like hitting abilities.
So they
on
just changed
champions.
the passive between her Q and her passive.
No, actually, the Q used to just give a flat movement speed. I believe.
Yeah. So the reasoning there is because her Q gave the movement speed, it made it a little bizarre because you could just kind of use it to get around the map faster, and it was a little awkward to play against, and also makes her balancing a little difficult because she just got a lot of free movement speed. Whereas having it on this passive means she can now get the movement speed whenever she needs. It's not directly tied to her Q, and it is also less useful for her out of combat, but arguably more useful for her in it. And people only use the healing on her Q anyways, so putting that on there makes a lot of sense. So it essentially makes her old passive the heal better because it was best on her Q. And then makes her movement speed more applicable to when it was like really good for her, but not as frustrating to play against.
Yeah. What do you want to do for over under?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Do you want to do who has more CS played like between like some people or something else? Because I feel like game time we've done a lot. First blood we've done a bit.
Yeah, we can go ahead and do highest CS per minute.
You don't want to put Kiora in there because Kiora will win.
Well, just in general, like what's the highest CS per minute gonna be? Over, under? So if Kiora ends up having it, then we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll say 7 CS per minute.
That's fair, I'd say.
All right, since this is a number that we can't split up into decimals because it naturally will be decimalized anyways. If it lands directly on 7, I will count that as over.
I just noticed something. Cabot Crusader has the clan icon, the clan tag of loser.
Well, he's not very committed to this set now, is he?
I can tell he isn't.
What do you think I
Now
should add to
Kled
this?
needs a new skin.
Go ahead and finish it. What? Kled needs a new skin?
Yeah.
I disagree. I don't like Kled, as I mentioned earlier.
And
What do you think I should? Do you think there's anything I should add to this pick ban overlay? I feel like I could do more with it, but I don't know what I should do.
I mean,
Someone asked for a countdown timer, which I didn't really feel was too necessary, but I guess like it could be nice if I could find a good way to do it. I don't want to just take the countdown timer straight from the client because that looks really weird. I've seen other leagues do that, and it looks really awful when it's separated onto its on its own. But I guess there's a way I might be able to do it if I figure it out.
Try hard enough.
Somehow I managed to figure these things out, even though I have no clue what I'm doing.
Yeah. You're going for press the attack. I am happy in a tiger stance.
Yeah, he's probably going to be pretty aggressive with that. What's the bet? It is over under highest CS per minute at 7. As in like 7 CS per minute is going to be the highest over or under that.
Yep.
So
honestly, the only reason I want to see a new Kled skin is because all these people getting skins recently. Like Kane just got a new skin. He got his 1820 skin that I love and I own, and I am proud to own it.
It's a pretty nice looking skin.
Yeah.
Any player. Yep. Any player highest CS per minute. Just what's the highest CS per minute in the game going to be? Is it going to be below or above 7? Decimals count directly on 7 counts as over. Sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
That's fine. Unfortunately, though, whenever I play Kane, my team decides to go all squishies, so I have to go Ross. I don't get the chance to go Shadow Assassin.
Oh, but Ross is so much more cool. He's so much more fun.
I beg to differ. I like one-shotting people with Shadow Assassin.
90% of the champions of the game can walk up and one-shot somebody.
But with Shadow Assassin, you just do it in style.
Well.
But enough of my man crush over the new Kane.
I don't like his hair.
Yes.
The skin's nice, but his hair makes him... Oh, man, I just want to slap him in the face.
I mean, I want to slap whoever made the new Akali in the face.
What? Her kid is mostly fine. The Shroud is an obvious problem, but besides that, she's mostly fine. Who won game 1? I'm about to get the overlay up for you. There you go. Overlay's on. So Vladimir going electrocute is a little interesting.
Actually, it's what you see normally. It's what I usually see.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that, and I've seen a lot of Predator. And I feel like... I think I would have liked to see Predator this game. But
yeah.
If he actually gets rolling with electrocute, that'll be pretty good for him as well.
Yep. Well, I actually didn't get an error to spectate.
Yeah, neither did I, surprisingly. It wasn't working this morning, and now it is all of a sudden. So that's exciting.
I bring you luck.
I know, right, Clovers? You have to watch it. Kled!
Kled!
We'll see if Kappa actually does like the Kled thing where you don't level up your W until you get deformed, where you basically you go for an all-in, and then once you fall into once you get dismounted, you level up your W, and then basically instantly remount because you've got all of your attacks.
Well, skirmish here. Ooh,
Yeah,
charm.
there is a bit of a fight. White is getting pretty low. The Ignite's already been used on to Awakened E-Girl. He's forced to flash away. I think the Ignite might be able to get him, but White, actually, First Blood gonna go to the Ahri, as now Udyr keeps chasing this Olaf. The Undertow is doing a lot to stop him from getting anywhere, and Kled has found his way in. Bear Trap on a rope, gonna pull him in as well, and another kill. Capra Crusader picks one up, and that is the exact opposite of what happened last game.
It's like, it happened one side, happened to the other.
Yeah, Jesus. All right. And meanwhile, in the bot side, Galaxy are getting a pretty good lead in the lane. The Caitlyn Lucian actually starting to pay off. The range discrepancy is noticeable.
Always a lane I hated playing against.
Yeah.
Because I hate facing Caitlyn in general. Because I play a lot of close range ADCs.
Right.
It's just...
Yeah, really Lucian's best bet is to try and get the piercing light through the minions, but it's pretty difficult to do that consistently enough to start going even with the Caitlyn. Top side though, Capra Crusader gonna be all in onto the Scion for the time being. He's got the blue buff, not gonna help him because he's resourceless, but CDR is nice.
Makes his Q like 3 seconds at this level.
Yeah.
But he is running low on mana, so he's gonna need it.
Yeah. Kled's out of mana already. Gonna be a little bit hard for him to get anything done. Could you imagine how good Kled would be if his W was an activate rather than just like something he had to manage around trying to farm?
Oh god, he'd be easily top tier.
Yeah, he'd be broken.
Easily. Yeah.
He would be broken.
You know how many times I set it off on accident?
Every single time?
Yeah. As soon as you level it, you're trying to CS a minion. I mean, it helps CS somewhat, but it's like, I don't really want to use it for that.
Yeah.
In sync recall animation in the bot.
Looking like Zyra Khan out here.
Only difference is they're not bird brains.
White still has a pretty decent CS lead over the Ahri, despite his rough early game. Just gonna help him a little bit, but being down to a lost chapter, oof da. Crusader gonna go aggressive onto the Scion again. IX not holding on to his Q like he needs to. Fairtrapper rope is always gonna instantly cancel it.
Yeah. He just needs to wait until after the interrupt at least to try.
Yeah. Now Awakened E-Girl looks like he wants to make a repeat of that level 2 fight. Is a level down though, means White gonna scare him off. With a roam down from Kled, this could be pretty dangerous. There's no flash right now from Udyr. He's gonna get caught up and killed as Dux V2 finds the second kill of the game for himself.
Good rotations from Galaxy this game. Just able to maintain on that top scuttle.
Yeah. They're definitely more coordinated this game than they were last game. Because last game it just seemed like they were just all running around like blind pigeons in a meat factory.
Just going into the grinder that was your got.
Yep. This game though definitely more coordinated. They've got some CS leads for himself. Capra Crusader taking a bit of a rough trade versus the Kled. Now in the bot lane, a bubble actually lands onto the Braum. He's in a little bit of trouble, able to flash away, but Blade Caller, another kill over to Dux V2. Capra Crusader going aggressive onto the Scion yet again. Lots of damage. It gets the ult off. All he needs is to get the flash in. Oh no, the dismount, but he still manages to get the last auto attack. One more poke, picks up the kill. Now he needs to be a little bit careful. Yeah, I wouldn't advise trying to 1v1 a dead Scion. That was unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, if he had his dangerous tendencies, he would have been able to, but he didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, well, IX feeling pretty good about that one. But Infernal Drake picked up for Galaxy. We were talking last game about how they wish that they had gotten an Infernal, and this game they get it and they're ahead. So
Just gonna allow him to snowball even more. Sound ulted in the lane here.
yeah, I mean this early on, Sion's not really going to use his ult for any point in lane. So using it to get back to lane helps a lot. It also really actually makes kind of this fear thing, right? Because you hear a Sion ulting, right? You see him go top, you're like, oh, it's okay, cool. He's just using it to get back to the lane. Next time he does that, you're probably thinking he's just going back to lane. He might be ganking you bot lane with that, though. You never know. So, using that to get to lane is useful for getting to CS, but also as kind of just an ultimate mind game, as IX in a lot of trouble. Again, not even going to be able to get the roar off in the direction of the enemy team. He should be falling down pretty soon, taking a lot of damage. Orcapin forced to look the other way, as he actually looks like he wants to chase forward. Is a little bit out of position now. That's a nice thing about Glacial Augment Scion, right there.
It's basically a frozen mat off the bat.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it procs when you're dead, too. Daydream in a lot of trouble, though. Does get the, oh my god, the nice tidal wave into the wall, but it's not going to help him at all. Kiora also burning down to the Colleen, taking a lot of damage. Good all in from the bot lane of GOO Factory there.
Just able to keep the Nami just CC'd.
Yeah, now in the mid lane, White gonna go all in onto Duxby2. He's turned around, wants to try and get something back, but he's gonna fall to the ultimate. Didn't even need to use the Ignite. Now Kiora overstayed his welcome as well in GOO Factory, turning the match around. Actually have a gold lead now.
Yeah, very well played in the bot lane. Kind of misplayed by Kiora, but it was good that Goozy will pick that up. Maybe
Orcapin might actually be able to 1v1 the Olaf as well. Somehow being down all this gold, GOO Factory have like managed to find a way to just like start winning everywhere, except for top lane. But
that's Clad.
Yeah, it's not a matchup you're gonna win. And honestly, being down just one kill and like no CS, Sion's perfectly fine with this situation.
He's fine sacrificing. Yeah, I mean, Kled can't freeze. He's got that Tiamat. So.
Right. Basically, all Kled can do is shove, shove, shove. And he really should at this point, right? He should use everything to shove in the wave, and then he can start using his ultimate to try and roam into other areas. Because, I mean, IX is giving him a lot of respect here, right? So he's not going to get a kill onto the Scion anymore. And at this point, he's just trading 6 minions for 6 minions, so...
Also want to note that in that 1v1 between Orko and Awakened, Orko had a level advantage.
Yeah,
as well.
He still does actually.
Yeah, he does. He's 8 and Awakened is 7.
Yeah, despite the 5 kill participation on the Olaf right now, this kind of CS differential is what's keeping Orcapin a level ahead right now.
Yeah. Not a lot going on right now, they're just doing some poking, some farming.
Yeah.
Some missing charming.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lucian getting really close to that Borg, and
yeah, looks like they want to go for an all-in onto Daydream. Now there is a flash from the Lucian, so he's going to be able to get out, force it from the Olaf as well. Now they're chasing forward onto Xylana, see if they're able to finish off. Oh, he walked right back onto the trap. No! As 2 kills go over to Galaxy.
Yeah. Must not have seen the trap, to be honest. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, I'm going to assume, but with this wave and 3 members, Galaxy going to be able to get the first tower of the game. Hopefully they give it over to the Caitlyn. Nope, they're going to split it 3 ways. That's okay, but I would have liked to see it on Caitlyn so she could finish her... oh, she's already got 1,500. She'll finish it anyways.
Oh, here comes the charge!
But we do see now Orcapin in a lot of trouble. The Ignite's on White trying to find his way into the fight. Doesn't have his flash, though. He used it earlier. Means he's going to have to run this one down.
Lots of burst up from Ducks V2 there.
Yeah.
So that was when you're facing the Kedara, you're just gonna get one shot.
Right. White
Especially
is up
since they're-
30 CS right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Vladimir, it's not hard to get a CS lead because your Q is just basically really good at farming.
yeah, but I mean, Ari just throws a Q and clears out half the wave.
A pause here. I'll check what it is real quick.
All right.
See. Caitlyn getting the Storm Razor, just gonna be able to, and at the relative same time that Blade Caller got his fork. Means they're pretty even in gold. They're of course having a higher CS by about 9. No reason for the pause has been given out yet.
Okay, so no clue what's going on there. Probably just lag issues, I would assume.
Someone's dog ran outside and they had to go get it.
That's wonderful. Okay.
That's why you keep your doors closed.
It's a bad reason, but the pause has already happened, so not much I can do about it right now. Yeah, this power spike I think definitely favors the Caitlyn. I think Storm Razor is a better one than play the Rune King. And it's going to give just a little bit more early game power. Caitlyn only being 200 gold ahead. But
Up and reading the chat now. Apparently, according to GG, they think that's not a reason to pause. But
no,
apparently, the dog ran into the road. So,
okay, I mean, if the dog's life is in legitimate danger,
then yeah, that's definitely a reason.
right.
I mean, I wouldn't want one of my dogs doing that. All right. The R is coming out from GOO, so it should be unpausing here soon.
Okay.
Nice firm 1K gold lead for GG.
Yeah.
Looking much different than the first game here.
Right. I mean, different game kind of turned on its head. It's not as good of a gold lead as GOO had last game, because basically at this point last game GOO pretty much had a 5K gold lead.
Yeah, no, they had like a 6K gold lead at one point.
It was about 5K at 15 minutes, so we're a couple minutes behind. But
yeah, but yeah, not as good. But I mean, it just shows they changed up and are doing better this game.
yeah, I mean, a lot better of a pick ban, I think. They got some dominant lanes, which I think helps out quite a bit. I mean, forcing White down so far onto his like champion list, I think was definitely the right choice. If this does go to game 3, I feel like GOO are gonna want to try and get themselves a solid mid lane pick before it is too late.
I agree, because Dwight easily had MVP that last match, so it was just like you want to get him on something that's uncomfortable if you're GG.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to get him on something that's comfortable if you're GOO, just so that he can be uncomfort and show up and do very well.
Yeah, Kappa's gonna make some more trades versus the Scion, doing a good amount of damage.
Just wait till he gets that Titanic. I've noticed that once you get Titanic on Kled, you're just gonna. That's like Kled's superpower spike. Because when I play Kled, when that happens, I start one-shotting in the ADC.
Yeah, I mean, the bonus damage from it is really nice. Not to mention the fact that because it acts as a auto-tech reset when you activate it, helps you get to that 4th hit even faster with your W. So, it's definitely a solid item for Kled. And he likes building health, so its damage scales pretty well.
Yeah.
If Scion builds Storm Razor, I'm going to be irate.
AD Scion, boys.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
No, it looks like they're going for a Sunfire.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going tanky. I definitely like this. Typically, if you see Glacial Augment, they usually go for Righteous Glory first, just for the way that kind of compounds. But once the wave clear out of Sunfire, which is hard to argue with.
Yep, looks like he's resetting, maybe getting ready to head down to the dragon, being infernal. But Udyr is at top, but they don't know that.
Clovers, how do you have access to that emote if you're not a sub? Because it doesn't show your sub icon, unless you can hide your icons.
No, you can't.
Do you just unlock the emote permanently?
No. Trust me, otherwise I'd still have the Shinshin emotes, which I don't.
Yeah, somehow Clovers is using our sub emote.
He hacked.
They are not subbed. That's really interesting. You owe us 10 cents every time we use that emote, Clovers. It's pay-per-use emotes. That would be amazing, and nobody would ever buy them. But we are going to see a fight breaking out already. Lots of damage onto the teams as someone's already gone down. Another kill for Galaxy means they're actually starting to steamroll through this fight. Shutdown onto the Olaf, but White is in the back, wants to get something done. Lassie only about to come out from his Q. Is he able to pick up Daydream? I don't think he is. The Peacemaker finishes off the kill as Caitlyn now sitting at 2-1 and 4.
Yeah, good job on Kappa getting the ult there, just able to come in and make sure to respond to the TP from XL.
Yeah.
It's really well played, and how fast they just destroyed the Lucian. Just popped.
Yep. He was there, and then he wasn't. Game's looking pretty good right now for Galaxy. They've got that 2K gold lead. A second Infernal is kind of the biggest thing here that really needs attention from GOO.
What's the next streak? If it's a third Infernal, it's a third Infernal.
Oh my god. Triple Infernals all the way. Thought double rainbows were cool. Obviously haven't
Wait, you
seen
see
Triple Infernal. Clovers, how are you going to fight Doodle? You're not on the roster. Or were you? I don't think you are. But we're going to see a little bit of trouble from the Olaf. Does have the Ragnarok if it gets really serious. But it looks like he's actually just trying to bait it in as now the Kled is going in all by himself. He's probably going to fall here. Really nice save, actually, from the Nami for the time being. He's trying to get the remount. It's not going to come through as White gets the kill there.
Just barely. One more hit would have gotten him at. But fortunately. But there was a flash that came out from Blade Caller there.
Yeah, now Ducks V2 trying to get something done. They are going to re-engage around this Rift Herald. They're already got that down, and they keep going forward. Okerpin going to be falling as well. So much damage right now from Galaxy. This comp was made for early fights, and boy, are they excelling at them. As IXIL is on the run, going to be killed as well. That's an ace for Galaxy, only trading 2 members for it.
Just the tip off of the Peacemaker killing White.
Yeah.
But Herald was picked up by Orko. Herald.
Yeah. That is kind of the nice part about it is for GOO is they didn't lose the Herald. That would have been very unfortunate, but losing 5 members for it, not worth.
Not worth it all. I mean, it does give them potential to make a play, maybe place it bot, and then just go mid. Yeah. But
yeah, I mean, if they had a bit of a bigger lead, one thing I would like to see them do is have, or if they had any lead, right? Being down this far makes it difficult, right? But with Baron coming up, if you had a lead in the Rift Herald, you could place it bot and have your team go towards the Baron, and they have to make a split decision. Do we defend our base, or do we give them Baron, right? So,
yeah.
But that's not going to happen because of where they're at. Orkabin looks like he's going to try and find his way on to Dux V2. Gets the stun off for the time being, but just taking so much damage. And the Spirit Rush Gonna get him out for the time being. Charge used in the mid lane, though, as now they're starting to fight. Lots of damage coming out. The concussive blows are stacking. They're chasing forward on the charge field, where it gives the bonus movement speed. Not gonna find a kill, but definitely a tower.
Yeah. And the Bramble is down. The Bramble and the Culling are down, which are two really strong ultimates from GOO that are down as well.
Yeah.
Two very strong team fight ultimates, as a matter of fact. Which just gives another a bigger opportunity for GG to go in and not really have that much worry, but
Yeah.
also means
Alright, go ahead.
who's going to be playing more passive.
Yeah. Clovers, are you telling me if you never close our stream, you'll always have that emote even though you're not a sub anymore? So like just never turn your computer off and always keep the page open?
Keeps a view.
You could keep that emote for a long time there, buddy. I actually want to see how long you can go without losing that emote. Hey, thanks for the 1 bit, Neon Fire.
That's 1 cent.
I really like getting 1 cent. We're going to see a fight breaking out, though. Tidal Wave's been used. It's going to land onto 3. What a great ultimate. Rift Herald has been used bottom, but oh, when you've lost 2 people in the mid lane, that is not going to help them at all. Galaxy are going to be able to chase forward, take down at least 1 tower. Want to make it 2, but they don't have a minion wave quite yet. So just the 1, trading 1 for 1 on the towers.
Yeah. White had a flash, so it was only a 2-man ult.
Did he not get hit by it? I thought he did still.
Nope. It just, it went all the way to the end of the, end of the opening between the lane and then the bush.
Regardless, it's a really well-placed Nami ult. Like you mentioned, kind of a pocket pick for Daydream, and I mean, I can see why. Doing really well on it.
Looks like Blade Caller is trying to work on that Black Cleaver here.
Yep. Yeah, he's going for that. The CDR, and that's really nice. The sustain, the ability to, or not sustain, but the survivability from having more health, and the shred. Really going to help quite a bit. A lot of people were trying to figure out if it was better to go like Essence Reaver or Black Cleaver, but everyone kind of figured out that Essence Reaver actually wasn't that great on Lucian. Despite how crazy it looked. Oh my god. Predator Regisglor. We saw it earlier with the volley bear. They're chasing forward. Here is the charge from Kled as well. They're going in. Unstoppable onslaught onto the back line. Is actually doing quite a bit. Kior's down. As now Capra Crusader wants to try and get the remount, but their back line is just completely dead. We'll see if they can actually start to collapse on this. Is now Awakened Egro. Going to be falling down next. Blade Caller trying to kite back a triple kill on the Vladimir. Is he going to be able to make it a quadra kill for White?
Very well played by GOO there. Just having the Scion ult the backline, just stand up for a perfect Hammer Plague from White.
Yeah, that was basically the dream fight for GOO Factory, right? Like, they were over 5k down, and they just managed to go 4 for 3 in a fight. Like, you'll take that any day. They're also going to be able to get this mid lane turret as there's nothing Nami can do. So, really well executed fight from GOO Factory. We'll just have to see if they can keep doing it, because they're still down in gold.
I just had a huge select spike, didn't I?
I didn't notice.
Oh, did you hear what I said about the Scion ult and the Hemoplague?
Yeah, the Cyanote with the Hemoplague, yeah. It was really well played, yeah. The Cyanote was perfect, and they just didn't defend their backline. This means third Infernal going to go over to GOO Factory. We won't see the triple Infernal Dream.
It's a dream just like the 1,000 stack Nasus.
Nasus should get 10 stacks per minion, or 50 per cannon.
Jeez. Hey, make that a game mode. Farmville. First 1,000 stacks wins. Put it in Blitz.
definitely be interesting. Looks like Galaxy are trying to set up a bit of a bushwhack here. Let's see if anybody from GOO actually falls for it. They haven't yet, but if they manage to land a charm, they're waiting for him to get as close as possible. The bubble goes a little bit long. He's going to flash over, trying to get over out, but I think... Oh my god! He does fall! Just barely. The last proc of Spirit Rush with the ace in the hole picks him up. He almost made it back to base.
If he made it out, that would have been just so worth it, to be honest.
Yep, this is going to put GOO Factory on the back foot. They're looking like they might want to go for a fight. The Glacial Fissure going to be used. Nothing actually happening, though. But all this time, Kled's in the bot side.
Just want to say this Kiora, like I said before, just being way too up in the front, really risky.
Yeah, and he's doing his thing. This is why the Cassiopeia was so good for him, because when people try to catch you being on the front line, you just ult them all. But you can't stun 3 people with the click of a button on Caitlyn. So we'll see if he gets kind of caught out at all. For the time being, though, GOO Factory just cannot deal with the split pressure.
Yeah.
White is ridiculously tanky. How much health does he have? He's at 3k health already.
Jeez. That passive.
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah, Vlad's passive is ridiculous.
Yeah. There's another passive like it. I don't remember which, though. It's similar to Ryze's passive, but not exactly, because Ryze's passive is like more mana, more AP, but...
Right. I mean, Singed used to kind of be like that, but we're actually going to see another fight coming out. The charge has been used. They're chasing for it, seeing what they can get done. White already used his W, so he goes down immediately in a nice 2-man tidal wave. Helps them clean up the fight for the time being as they're chasing forward. Red buff onto Sion. There's no way he runs away from this. Double kill for the Ahri. And we're going to see Galaxy pushing in, at least get an inhibit. Oh my god, the net from Kiora catches him up to Xylandis. He gets the kill. And with this kind of, like, timers, they might be able to end. They've got a wave and a half here.
Yeah.
I think they can end. Blade Caller's going to be up in time, but... Oh, come on, go for it. No. All right, taking the safe play. Taking the safe play.
Going for Baron. They're going for Baron.
Going for the Baron. That one I don't like too much, because without their jungler, Orcafin can probably catch up.
Yeah. Kappa tried yet again to try to 1v1 the Undead Scion. If the team wasn't there, he would have lost again.
Yeah. You don't get extra gold for killing Scion and his passive. They're definitely trying this Baron. GOO, I don't think are going to be able to get here in time, and it should be inhib and a Baron. Pretty easy here for Galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh, Orcafin almost made it there in time.
Almost.
That's scary.
If he did, easy MVP right there. Just
Yeah.
I'm joking. But,
Sight. Even if they lose. Nope, Orcafin. Definitely tried.
Over 10k gold lead in the favor of Galaxy.
Yeah, pretty big reversal from last game. Not as fast of a game, already 3 minutes longer, but definitely looking like Galaxy got their wits about them.
Yeah, looks like Ducks V1, or OG Ducks, is working on Titanic now. With that Tiamat and the Arms Fist. What do you think Cora's going for? Second Zeal. Well, yeah, second Zeal item.
It'll most likely be the Shiv, just for the extra wave clear. It might be a Runons as well. I mean, both of those items have really fallen out of favor for Caitlyn, so it's really hard to say. I'd say either of them are just fine, though.
Yeah, maybe Static because of the tower thing, but Runin would be better in team fights because you sit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they really need the Runons in teamfight, though, because I think the Shiv proc would be plenty fine. So slightly better wave clear with the Shiv if they do that. Charm going to be used. Actually, it's doing so much damage. They really want to go for this. They're going to be all in. They're using the charge as well. Oh my god, another beautiful tidal wave lands onto 4 this time. Already a double kill for the Ahri. They're going to be able to pick up the rest of the fight. White, the last one to fall as Galaxy, with a triple kill on their mid laner, are going to move up the mid and take the game.
Daydream with a little BM there.
I didn't see it. What was it?
2 Mastery 7
Okay.
splashes.
I mean, with those ults. But yeah, that was a pretty good game from Galaxy, making the set look really interesting as both teams taking pretty convincing games now.
Yeah. White tried his best, but couldn't seem to just get the carry part.
Yeah, another really stellar game from White, but like you said, not able to get anything done with it. Whereas on Galaxy, a lot of people, you could really look at them and say, hey, maybe this person in contention. Who are you thinking for MVP for this game?
Honestly, there's a lot of good charges, but I feel like it may go to Dux V1 because of his ganks. He was just able to gank really well.
Yeah.
And helped get Kior ahead and just able to just
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull out.
Or do you want to do it to Daydream with all those good ults?
So it's really hard for me because Daydream's ult were on point every single time, right?
Yeah.
But Awakened E-Girl did have a lot of really good things, like you're saying. Always started a lot of really good fights. I think in general, just their comp was actually ridiculously good because like Kled with Olaf, like those two are meant for each other. Olaf just needs to run in, and when Kled charges, he leaves that field behind him that speeds up everybody, so they can actually follow up on this team, coupled with the Nami ult, which is also going to speed up the team. Like this comp, whether they meant to or not, is freaking beautiful. So it's really hard to say who did the most because they all just did the thing. They ran and killed people. But yeah.
This is a guy where you go down, you run it down mid, and it works.
This is the literal run it down comp, and it works. Yeah, it's really hard for me between Awaken Eagle and Daydream. I still just think that every single ultimate from that Nami was just freaking spot on, and did a lot in those fights to really help the team. So I'm gonna vote Daydream. I think, yeah.
Yeah, really close, but Daydream, those ults just changed the team fight. Just put them all in the favor and just.
Yep.
Just set it up so well.
And she did almost as much damage as Sion did, so.
As a support, but nonetheless.
Yeah, and we were going into game 3. After game 1, I wasn't sure where this was going to go. I was like, oh, okay, well, GOO looked like they picked up their stuff, but maybe not.
Wheelat is being kept interesting. Fully expecting some bands centered towards Daydream with LeBlanc. Well, not LeBlanc, Nami. And maybe sub out the Jet. Maybe sub out the Jax band.
Yeah, that one's kind of hard to call.
Yeah. Now, you said earlier before in the week 5, I believe you said it was, in Battlecast vs GG.
Mm-hmm.
If they get that kind of comp again, what I do want to see, which is something that you don't see often, is maybe a Yasuo in that kind of comp with a Malphite Orianna.
Yeah.
That would just be insane. Malphite ults and Orianna ults with the Malphite having the ball, and then Yasuo ults, and that's just an ace right there.
The hard part is like who would be playing it, because you got to have the Orianna mid, and I don't think Kappa really plays Yasuo. And even beyond that, I think having a double tank is pretty valuable, because if you get that wombo combo off, they're going to be CC'd long enough that whatever you have on 80 carry is going to be able to just destroy the fight anyways.
Yeah. I mean that combo is just insane on its own. I don't know if you watched early. Oh yeah, you were watching. That's where I saw it. I was watching the Mundo just destroying with his just like quarter healthing the 80 carry. with gargoyles on.
Yeah.
Oh, someone didn't do as I asked. Someone messaged me.
Mm. Oh dare! I mean, it's not like anyone can see it, so.
Yeah, no one can see it on my screen. No one can see my screen. They see it. They see it if it was on yours.
Yeah. I specifically don't open up messages on stream because some people send me some like really sensitive stuff on stream. I'm like, oh god, why would you send that to me?